One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right, but not enough about the subject to know you're wrong.
Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. It's been a little while since I posted a video, and I thought I'd bring you up to speed and just do a video of what's been going on around here before I get back to the project truck. So before Christmas, I've been doing some house renovations. They've been ongoing for like a couple of years now. So I had the living room and dining room drywalled up, but no mudding or taping. So I ended up doing some mudding, taping, got the paint up, got all the switches back in, all my home automation stuff hooked up, got that all finished up before I got back in the garage. I thought that project should take priority, and good thing it did. Got it finished up just in time for my daughter to move into the house, so looking forward to that and having her help out around the garage, maybe get her doing some video or some recording, running the camera and stuff. We'll never know, but we'll just see how that goes. But I managed to get that project done just in time. At the end of this video, I will take a tour through the house and show you what I did. I'm kind of proud of what I did with the ceiling there. But now that that's done, now I can get back in the garage and get back on the project. And I've been watching some YouTube videos, and it was kind of funny because I don't know how I got onto it, but I discovered that I am experiencing the Dunning-Kruger effect.
What can happen is, if you're a fan of a subject, let's say, a hobbyist, let's call it, it's possible to know enough about that subject to think you're right, but not enough about that subject to know that you're wrong. And so there's this sort of valley in there, a valley of false confidence. This has been studied by others, and it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the phenomenon where a little bit of knowledge, you over-assess how much of that subject you actually know. And then when you learn even more, you realize, no, I didn't know as much as I thought I did. So then there's a sort of a lull there. And then when you learn even more, you come back up. Ultimately, learning enough to know whether you were right or wrong. To become an expert means you spend all this time. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't just sit in an armchair and say, I'm now an expert.
And I'm pretty sure, like on the graph, I had bought the truck right at the top of the first curve. So I'm somewhere down, coming down, experiencing some, not regrets, doubts, but I will get through them because I am looking forward to this, and looking forward to the learning that's going to be involved and just working on it. I've never done something like this. I've always told myself I was never a mechanic. I was a carpenter, not a mechanic, but I have decided to go down this journey, and hopefully some of you are going to enjoy it with me. I've been watching some other videos. There's a guy, Tony from Red Deer. His YouTube channel is called Cars on Cars. He does a lot of auto body stuff. He's an auto body guy, but he's been doing some mechanical stuff, but he works on all vehicles. And at first I wasn't going to watch his channel because he seemed not negative, but just almost like he was trying to talk me out of doing my project, even though he wasn't talking to me. But he's very calls people crazy for doing this. But I started watching. It's a very entertaining channel, and he's got some words of wisdom that I enjoy. But he talks about how you should buy a fixed up vehicle and not go through the process of fixing it up yourself because it's going to cost so much money. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the hobby, the project, the learning experience, and most of all to say that and be proud of what I did. It's not going to be a showroom car. It's going to be something that I'm going to drive, and I'm not going to care if there's a ding in it, but I'm going to be proud of what I've done if I get it done. And I don't see any reason why not, but I will have hurdles, I'm sure, getting motors in, or getting the motor in, getting it running. I've never tackled anything like that. I have a few people I can ask questions to, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to have fun doing it. Same with the auto body stuff. It's not going to be sure, like I say, show car quality, but I do want it to look half decent when you're looking at across a parking lot. The third channel I wanted to mention that I do watch is Vice Grip Garage, and I really like his motto on stuff because he fixes up old vehicles, and he says, just get out there and twist some wrenches and enjoy the vehicle for what it is. So that's how I am gonna look at this project. Enjoy the journey and be happy with what I've done. There is one fourth YouTube channel that I've been subscribed to and watching, and gonna be watching how he does things. It's Garage Tinkering. What I'm most looking forward to about this project, this truck, is customizing the interior and doing a bunch of electronics on it. Anybody that knows me, I'm into my home automation. I've built some of my own sensors. I built my own, what do you want to call it, speaker, like my phone that has my old phone that has a rotary style button thing that I can program the buttons to do anything around the house. Got it turning on lights and stuff like that. I have one button for finding my phone because I'm always losing my phone. I got another button for turning on the bottled water dispenser, different stuff like that. And I love playing around with that. So this YouTube channel is all about custom gauges running off the CAN bus or the OBD 2 port. I'm looking forward to doing that and having a custom dash, and not buying it off the, one straight. Well, I can't say that. When it comes time, I may end up buying digital gauges, those Dakota dash gauges or whatever. But I do plan on doing my own, or trying to do my own custom gauges. So I'm going to be playing around with a little bit of that when the time comes. We're quite a ways away from that, but that's what my plans are and what I've been watching for YouTube channels. So yeah, this project's going to take a while. I know one of my buddies thinks I have coffee cans of money buried all over the yard, and I can throw all sorts of money at this, but I can't. I'm going to do it slowly. What I do have is time. And that's what I'm going to enjoy, my time spent out here. I will buy frivolous items for it, of course, I'm sure. I should note that I've probably spent more in tools and equipment than I have on the truck so far. Hopefully that turns around and I can look at more parts and additions to the truck rather than accumulating all these tools that I'm never going to use. So. And yeah, sorry, Courtney, there are no coffee cans buried in the backyard full of money. So, okay, so I figure another good little tidbit of information is I'm going to give you a tour of my garage and show you what I've got going on around here and a little bit about my organization or unorganization, if you like. Okay, so we'll start in this corner of the garage where right now you're going to see the the cab of the truck. But behind that is a wood lathe. I haven't used it much. I might throw a polishing wheel on it, use it for polishing parts, maybe even a wire wheel on it. I thought about trying to make it into a CNC lathe, but I don't think that's going to go. But it could come in handy. Let's turn you around here and we'll show you some things. So yeah, back there is the wood lathe, and it's back there, so probably won't use it. In this corner here, you're gonna see I built a drum sander from scratch. It doesn't get a lot of work, but it is handy for sanding the odd stuff. All my woodworking stuff is here. Bandsaw. Here's my angle grinder station. I bought a few in preparation for rust or removal. There's one of my French cleat sections. You can tell I drink a lot of coffee. So what I've done is I've 3D printed a little bracket for the back of these, and then that way, there's an empty one, you know, I can put different things. And I've been trying to do the labels so I know which one it is, so I don't have to take them all off the wall to see what's happening. These black one here, you get these from Princess Auto. Again, I 3D printed some brackets for the back. I think they're like $3 at Princess Auto, but find them pretty handy. Lower bench, I've got sanding belts. What do we got down there? Plumbing stuff. Below that is router bits for the CNC table. And this corner, let's just ignore this corner. This is my unorganized screw and hardware section. Chains and different clevises and stuff like that. The one blue bin has a bunch of belts in it. And the blue milk crate, that's got a bunch of wheels in it for, I don't know, it seems like every time I go to Princess Auto, I buy some more wheels for a cart or something like that. More miscellaneous hardware. I seem to not throw stuff out and think that, I could use that hinge for something in the future. My shop towel table. Miscellaneous items. There's my computer for running the CNC table and looking stuff up on the internet. I'm sure I'll be doing a lot of that. There's my entertainment for background noise while I'm working here. My tool wall of screwdriver. This one's mainly screwdrivers, hammers, different miscellaneous stuff. My wrench wall, I'm really glad I did that. It was in a drawer in my humble little toolbox, and I was always rifling through them trying to find the right size, so did that up. I found that pretty handy. Below my bench is gloves and stuff and different sprays. I've got a lot of sprays in the house so they don't freeze, but that's where they go. Just miscellaneous items. There's my nail section, far away from the screw section. A little drawer of knives and what else do I got in there? Anchors, flagging, miscellaneous stuff. Another pegboard wall of different items. There's my bolt section. And there's my electrical cord section. More wrenches, but more spots for French cleat items for storage. Here's my humble little toolbox full of different miscellaneous items, but I think it's fairly organized. I got a plier drawer and a socket drawer and whatnot. My grinder, drill press, and belt sander station. Underneath is all my handheld power tools and some painting stuff like paint guns and stuff. My Ryobi wall section, I've 3D printed holders for it and put it in a bad spot because now that I'm storing my CNC, let's get this out of the way here. So underneath the tarp is my CNC table, and it's blocking my Ryobi station, so I mounted a couple more for the impact in the drill. But yeah, that was a little bit of poor planning, but when the CNC table is in the middle of the room, it's pretty handy to have on that wall there. So then we got the table saw. That is, or the chop saw. There we got the chop saw. I gotta find a spot for it. It is going to be in the way, but it is handy to have when I'm making blocks or whatever, or need a chunk of 2x4 for something. It's handy to have out and about. So I got to figure out where to put that. There's my new to me welder. Got to get a bottle of gas for that before we go too far. And don't laugh at my air compressor station, but I've got a bunch of reserve old propane tanks for reserve air, and my 20-gallon Mastercraft air compressor. Hopefully that'll get us through. I have been watching Marketplace for a cheap pump, and maybe I'll build something, a DIY pump for this system. But there's all my plumbing in the back, so you can see I got all sorts of valves and stuff running off of there. My metal bandsaw for when I get into some metal fabrication, an old built-in vacuum. I had that set up for my table or my belt sander, but it doesn't get used very much, but it's out of the way and you never know. There's my Chinese heater for keeping this place warm in the winter. It's not too noisy. Oh yeah, my other heater, here's my torpedo heater. This is my preheat. I got it automated so I can preheat the garage when I'm here and I don't get the diesel fumes and that. So I preheat and then shut it off when I get here. Other automations I have in here is my light switch. Also triggers the air compressor on and off. So when the lights are on in here, the air compressor is on. And when I shut the lights off, either with my phone or from inside, when I forget to shut them off when I leave, the air compressor gets shut off. So other automation stuff, I've got a remote switch for the light in the sea can that I can shut off from in the house for when I forget that light on all the time. So I think that's pretty much everything. There's my workbench that I can roll around the garage. It was mainly, again, built for woodworking, but we're making it for mechanic stuff. And then there's my all sorts of different audio video gadgets for recording these videos. This one's also like a test video for the different things. I've got a microphone there for recording audio, my video camera. So, but yeah, that's more or less it. I will now I'll take you inside. We'll show the ceiling, like the living room and what, so you can see what I was working on while I haven't been in the garage. And we'll see what else we can throw in here. So this is what we got going on in the house here. This is what I've been working on over the holidays and everything. So you can see I got recessed lighting and some pot lights. Ignore the stuff on the ground. We still got to find spots for those, but that is it. Also got, we'll go and turn on the other, let's shut off some of these. And if you look here, here's my control station. So we're just going to turn on. We got all sorts of animations. I got animations going off and speakers going off whenever the Oilers score and that. So, but yeah, that's my little attempt at some lighting, and I'm pretty happy with it. It is kind of cozy in here when the sun goes down and watching some TV. Thanks for watching the video. We'll get back in the garage here shortly. Gotta do an oil change on Courtney's car here, and then we'll wheel that frame back in and start ripping some more off of it. So watch for the next one, and thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'm up to 83 subscribers. Can you believe it? We'll see how far they keep going. It is what it is, but I'm having fun, and I hope the people that watch this enjoy. Thanks.